Professional Creed, Code of Ethics and Code of Conduct of Agency Proprietor and PSA, CSF, and GSU. The proprietors of security agencies to have their own creed, and the PSAS or CSFS and GSUs are also covered by their Code of Ethics and Conduct. First is Creed of Security and Agency Proprietor, Code of Ethics and Code of Conduct for Private Security, Private Agencies, Company, Security Force, and Government Security Unit.
Ethical standard of a security guard or detective. A. As a security guard or detective, his fundamental duty is to serve the interests or mission of his agency in compliance with the contract entered into with clients or customers of the agency he is supposed to serve. He shall be honest in thoughts and deeds, both in his personal and official actuations, obeying the laws and the land of the regulation prescribed by his agency and those established by the company he is supposed to protect. He shall not reveal any confidential information confided to him as a security guard and shall other matters imposed upon by him. He shall act at all times with decorum and shall not permit personal feeling, prejudice, and undue friendship to influence his actuations while in the performance of his official functions. Minsan na dapat as a security guard, professional jud ta at all times. Dili kailangan na maunsa ta sa atong amigo para wala ta sa focus sa atong trabaho. E. He shall not compromise with criminals and other lawless elements to the prejudice of the customers or clients and shall assist the government in its relentless drive against lawlessness and other forms. Open means na dili jud nato basta as a security guard dili jud ta mag naay connection sa mga criminal or other nga mga lawless na element kay tungod as a security guard tungod nga security guard ang security guard kay ga-serve og peace and protection sa establishment o mga unsamang klase nga iyang ginatrabaho. F. Shall carry out his assigned duties as required, life and property, the best of the establishment he is by law, to the best of his ability, and shall safeguard assigned to. Shall wear his uniform, badge, patches, and insignia properly as a symbol of public trust and confidence as an honest and trustworthy security guard and private detectives. Kailangan yun ang uniform kay para professional tanawon ang security guard. Dili siya yun nga ay security guard rin dapat security guard jud ang tanwa sa yan kita jud ang peace ba o ang protection as a security guard. H. He shall keep his allegiance first to the government he is assigned to serve with loyalty and the utmost dedication. Allegiance first sa jud basta ang allegiance first sa jud basta security guard kay mo may nagunit sa imuha nga agency. He shall diligently and progressively familiarize himself with the rules and regulation laid down by his agency and those of the customer or clients. Important po ni tungod kay what if na imong tanan say dapat lang nimo buhaton sa imong pagserbisyo. Ang importante yun na siya memorize or familiarize. J. Shall at all times be courteous, respectful, and salute his superior officer, government, official of the establishment where assigned and the company he is supposed to serve. Sa security guard, kailangan dyan na basta security guard, kailangan dyan na respectful ta o courteous sa atong mga higher officer or mga even nga mga government officials or officials sa establishments kailangan yun. K. He shall report for duty always in proper uniform and neat in his appearance. He shall learn at heart and strictly observe the laws and regulation governing the use of firearms.
Code of Conduct. A. He shall carry with him at all times during his tour of duty his license, identification card, and duty detail order within authority to carry firearms. B. He shall not use the license and privilege to the prejudice of the public, the client or customer, and his agency. C. He shall not engage any unnecessary conversation with anybody except in discharge of his work, and shall at all times keep himself alert his agency during his tour of duty. D. He shall not use with newspaper, magazines, books, etc. while actually performing his duties. E. He shall not drink any intoxicating liquor immediately before and during his tour of duty. F. He shall know the location of the alarm box near his post and sound the alarm in case fire disorder. G. He shall know to operate any fire extinguisher at his post. H. He shall know the location of the telephone and or as well telephone number of the police precinct as the telephone number of the fire station and the family. I. He should immediately notify the police in case of any sign of disorder, strike, not or any serious violation of the law. J. Or his group or guards shall not participate, integrate any disorder, strike, not or any serious violation of the law. K. He shall assist the police in the preservation and maintenance of peace and order and the protection of life, property, having in mind that the nature of the responsibilities is similar to that latter. L. He should familiarize himself with the Private Security Agency Law RA 5487 as amended in the PNP SAGSD implementing rules and regulation. He should not lend his pass to anybody. And he should always in proper uniform and shall always carry with him his basic requirements and equipment such as writing notebook, ballpen, nightstick, baton, or radio, and O. He shall endeavor at all times to mend and be worthy of the trust and confidence of the agency he represents and the client he serves.
General Orders. These are patent after the IGOS of the AFP and PNP. We want to take charge of the post and all company properties in view. Number 2, to walk during the his tour of duty in military manner. Keep always on the alert and observing everything that takes place with sight or hearing. Guard house where I am stationed. Number 3, to repeat all calls from post more distant from the report to report will all violations or orders I am instructed to. Number 5, to quit my post only when properly relieved. Number 6, to receive, obey, and pass on the relieving guard all orders from company officers or officials, supervisors, post enforcers, and charge of ship leaders. Number 7, to talk to one except in line of duty. To sound or call the alarm in case of fire or disorders. Number 9, to call the officer in any not covered by instructions. Then to salute all company officials, superiors in the agency, ranking public officials, and commissioned officers of the Armed Forces of the Philippines and officers of the Integrated National Police, and to be especially watchful at night and during the time of challenging to challenge all persons on and near my post and to allow one to pass or later without proper authority.
Professional Creed, Code of Ethics and Code of Conduct of Agency Proprietor and PSA, CSF, and GSU. The proprietors of security agencies to have their own creed, and the PSAS or CSFS and GSUs are also covered by their Code of Ethics and Conduct. First is Creed of Security and Agency Proprietor, Code of Ethics and Code of Conduct for Private Security, Private Agencies, Company, Security Force, and Government Security Unit. Next is we have the Security Agency Operator's Creed. As a security agency proprietor, my fundamental duty is to serve the interest of my clientele and my security guard, protect the interest of the government, adhere professionally in the conduct of my business without prejudice and compromises to human rights, and uphold constantly the law and abide the rules and regulations set by the government in the conduct of my business. So that is the security agency's operator's creed.
Ethical standard. As a license is a CSF, it should be its prime concern to share with other licensed agencies and company security forces the burden of responsibility in upholding the integrity and trust of the private security profession at all times. In discharging this responsibility, its official shown A. Endeavor to fulfill their professional duties in accordance with the highest moral principles, always conforming to the peace of truth, fairness, and justice. B. Contribute to the national welfare by securing and preserving industrial facilities of the country through competent guarding service. Agents perform their contractual obligation for the protection of life, limb, and property. E. Constantly endeavor to raise quality standard of private security service. F. Continuously work with and assist the law enforcement agencies in the preservation of peace and order in the country.
Next naman is the Code of Conduct as a security guard. They shall at all times adhere to professional ethics and refrain from practices that negate the best interest of the private security service industry. They shall always consider that unity in the profession is vital and paramount of the attainment of common objectives. B. They shall not use deceitful means and or in mispresentations in all other business transactions. To this end, they shall avoid granting of rebates or commission in security guarding contracts. So, mura to ang code of conduct.
G. They shall establish an adequate library of books, magazines, and other publications on security subjects, materials, and reference ethic in each PSA. H. They shall always be truthful, inaccurate, and report required by social and or other competent authorities and be prompt in the submissions of the same.
Letter I. They shall not, under any circumstances, employ for guard duty any person without a professional license as a security guard duly issued by the Chief PNP, and they shall at all times exercise vigilance and be prepared to prevent the use of their guards or the agency in any activities inimical to the state or national security. When activities of this nature come to their attention, they shall, as a matter of duty, render an appropriate report to the national police authorities.